What if I told you that comfort is the most dangerous drug of the 21st century, and most people are addicted without even knowing it? We've been sold a lie, that doing less leads to peace, that resting endlessly leads to happiness, and that passivity is self-care. But let me ask you, if that were true, why are so many people bored, anxious, and unfulfilled, even with all the time in the world? Here's the brutal truth: passivity doesn't relax you. It rots you from the inside out. Every hour spent numbing yourself is an hour stolen from your potential. You're not tired, you're underused. And once you understand how your unused talents are turning into inner frustration, you'll never see free time the same way again. This video isn't about hustle culture, it's about escaping the silent trap that's killing your mindset, draining your self-improvement, and wrecking your productivity without you realizing. There was a time when free time was a treasure, something reserved for kings, scholars, and the extremely wealthy. Before the Industrial Revolution, people worked long hours just to survive, and the idea of relaxing on a Sunday afternoon with Netflix and snacks would have sounded like pure fantasy. But as factories rose and machines took over manual labor, something fascinating happened. Society gained time, and what did we do with it? Mostly, nothing too impressive. Instead of using this gift of time as a launchpad for mindset growth or self-improvement, many fell into passive patterns. Hours get swallowed up by endless scrolling, binge-watching, or pointless distractions that feel good in the moment, but leave no lasting impact. It's like trading gold for glitter. And this modern ease, ironically, has quietly made people prisoners of comfort. A person can waste a decade without realizing it, still believing they're just resting. This passivity, once considered a luxury, is now a trap disguised as freedom. Productivity isn't about hustle culture, it's about direction. And direction gets lost when time becomes abundant, but intention goes missing. That's how people end up busy doing nothing. But when we examine how thinkers like Richard Taylor framed this shift, we start to see how dangerous unchecked comfort can become for the soul. And the consequences, well, they run deeper than boredom. Here's the truth few talk about. When your mind isn't challenged, it starts to decay quietly. Colin Wilson wasn't exaggerating when he said that boredom is the root of mental illness. The human brain, much like a muscle, weakens when underused, and what most people call relaxing is often just slow psychological erosion wearing a fake smile. Imagine waking up each day with no real purpose, drifting between meaningless tasks and dopamine hits from your phone. That's not free. Slow motion, suffering. Richard Taylor warned that a passive life breeds stagnation, and stagnation breeds emptiness. Self-improvement doesn't live in that space. Growth can't happen where nothing stretches you, where your comfort zone becomes your prison. Want to strengthen your mindset? Start by turning passive hours into active pursuits. Read Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning instead of another mindless show. Journal your thoughts instead of doom-scrolling. Try painting, weightlifting, or even volunteering. These aren't just hobbies, they're antidotes to mental decay. And when purpose returns, so does that fire in your eyes. But here's the thing, not all achievement is created equal. Real fulfillment doesn't come from comfort, it comes from challenge. We don't feel proud after a weekend of doing nothing. We feel proud when we create, overcome, and grow. That's the paradox. Comfort numbs, but discomfort awakens. And when we choose purpose over passive pleasure, something inside us clicks into place. Let's be honest, scrolling endlessly is easy. Writing a book, building a business, learning a language, that's where the fire is. It's not about becoming a productivity machine, it's about choosing to live with intention. Imagine the confidence that comes from knowing your time is building something bigger than you. That's where self-improvement becomes self-respect. Want a real-world example? Think of someone like Jocko Willink. Discipline, early mornings, focused, routines. It's not glamorous, but it builds unshakable pride. You don't need to become a Navy SEAL, but you can wake up 1 hour earlier, read, meditate, learn about investing. Start with books like The Psychology of Money. You'll start seeing that purpose isn't found, it's built. One habit at a time. And speaking of habits, so, what are you going to do with your next hour? Scroll through your phone for the 100th time? Or finally take one small step toward becoming the person you were meant to be? The choice has always been yours, but now, you know better. And once you know, staying passive becomes a decision, not a default. What's one habit you could build this week that scares you a little but grows you a lot? What's the one thing you've been postponing in the name of rest that's actually keeping you stuck? Drop your answers in the comments. I want to hear your battle plan. This is your life. Don't sleepwalk through it. If this video woke something up inside you, then don't keep it to yourself. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and let's keep growing together. Every week, I'm bringing you lessons to sharpen your mindset, fuel your self-improvement, and reclaim your time with real productivity. Let's go.